what you want to say about who's like the best mechanical player, he's absolutely the GOAT of Rocket League right now. So we'll see how this one goes as we get into game number 1. We've got NRG in the blue and the Knights in the orange, a best of 5. NRG right now at 4-1, Knights at 2-3, looking to bounce back after a loss earlier today and end the day at 3 even. We start the Knights in the midfield. AJ, the pass inwards towards Reddles, but just too far ahead of his team captain there. Garrett will find a clear. Gyro drops it down. Both of his teammates around the ball. Reddles will pick it up as NRG gives him space. And actually, does he bump Justin? What happened here? Reddles puts the ball in.
That was a nasty bump from Reddles. He gets the first touch here and goes straight for the bump on Justin. And the heavy lifting from Reddles continues. What an incredible bump play that was. Oh my.
An absolute mad lad. And honestly, everybody from the Knights have been able to score the crazy solo goals. It's been definitely their biggest strength this season. It's the other departments where they have struggled a bit. See if they can rely just on their strength to get the win on NRG, or do they have to tighten things up on the defensive department and the team plays in the midfield. So they get an early lead, though. Few teams, though, have gotten early leads against NRG this season and still lost. They've got a lot of work ahead of them. AJ has a read on Turbo, and now Justin over to Garrett. The shot from midfield, just off the crossbar, back down and good. Garrett ties the game.
Garrett putting this one bar down off a lovely touch from Justin. And he had to come in, and it looked like he might have had to finish that one off. It was bouncing right on the goal line. Regardless, that is what you want to see. A banger from Garrett G.
Now Knights need to find a response. Reddles is up, but Justin's got the read on him this time. No bumps to be seen. As Garrett stretches on the wall, Justin up. Doesn't make contact, but draws Gyro out of position with that positioning. Now Justin past one. Turbo out for the read. Manages to get a wheel on it, but still AJ gets that ball to the corner. Gyro now looking for the touch out of the corner just to push it in front of the box. None of his team really in position to make use of that touch, though, and the defense in position just fine. Now Justin with the extension. No, Reddles off of his backboard. Gives it to AJ. Now off the side wall, Reddles airborne. Nobody up to challenge him. Puts it off the backboard. Nearly gets the dunk, but Garrett G gets in the way, and Justin's got the clear. NRG will hold on.
But I love that effort from the Knights, especially AJ getting that center ball. We see him trying to do that again.
Oh.
But a good play from Garrett and Turbo. What a Turbo pull shot Garrett into this.
Look at this! Look at this catch from Garrett just to get it past AJ. Beautiful stuff. And then you're right, Turbo comes up, bumps Garrett, adds some more speed to it, and NRG's got the lead.
So does that begs the question? Is that a Turbo type goal? Because I mean, Turbo kind of scored it.
If it makes you scratch your head really hard, I think it's a Turbo type goal. Garrett G nearly finds a double tap to make it a 3-1 game. The Knights will hold on. Now, looking to tie things back up after having the early lead. Justin in midfield, pushed across. Right here at halftime, Knights trailing by 1. Gyro off his backboard will get it back to midfield. Garrett G, nice touch pass Reddles. AJ back down and in, Turbo over 1. Gyro low on boost, spent all of his boost just getting up to this ball. Doesn't really have much left in the tank to work with afterwards. Now Turbo with a slow play in the midfield, the pop up high. Justin comes in to try and take the shot, but AJ will get the save. Now Garrett G, drunken to do it all by himself, off the backboard, out to Justin, off the crossbar, back out. Just a bit high from the Rookie of the Year. Garrett G now over the top of 1. Turbo and Justin on the backboard. Back out. AJ, the soft touch over towards Reddles. Looking for the crazy back play. Not going to work out this time. Gyro just trying to push it, and a few solo attempts from the Knights easily turned away by NRG.
That pass looking good to Reddles. AJ and Reddles have been connecting on quite a few passes. That shot narrowly missing its mark as well. So the Knights, I said I thought it might be an easy game for NRG. But they have been playing them very closely, even in these final minutes, getting some good looks towards net. But they just need to find a way to tie it up.
And still just a 1-goal game, so this playing it close is going to be good enough if they can just find a single crack in the armor. Reynolds coming back down. Justin. An extension over 2. That one's just in, though. The crack in the armor comes on the side of the Knights. And that's 3-1 for NRG.
Justin getting there first. AJ cheated up. He was getting a little greedy, which is understandable. You're approaching the final minute of the game. You're down by 1. He turned around. He didn't realize Justin was so close to the ball. By the time he did, Justin had this shot. It was too late, and AJ just had to watch it go in.
Oh, Justin looking for the double tap, and it goes in. You're kidding me. Off the defender and back out. Justin styling on him.
And Garrett G with the setup as well, but look at that high-speed double tap. AJ thought he was in position to stop it. He wasn't expecting that perfect of a shot from Justin, and that is why you do free training. That is why you do the training packs. Get those reps in so you can make shots like that. And Justin getting another one for the road.
The kickoff goal, Justin getting the change up on gyro and net here. He thought he had it read. Justin just changes it at the last moment off to the edge. 46 seconds left, and this game's over, James.
You know, maybe I was right when I said it would be easy for NRG. This game, it was so close for so long, but in the final moments, collapse from the Knights.
Yeah, they've scored 3 in the final minute. Can they make it more? As Garrett comes off, looks for the crazy angles. They're starting to just play loose and clean. And if you're anybody, if you're up against NRG and they're feeling comfortable going for crazy freestyle-esque shots, you're really in trouble.
You don't want to give Justin space. You don't want to give him boost. You don't want to give him an excuse to try to clip on you.
Honestly, if he's got an internet connection, you've already given him too much. So at this point, NRG feeling pretty strong. That game easily going to be theirs. And for the Knights, it's time to go back to the drawing board a bit. But if you haven't figured it out during the week, I wonder if the next 60 seconds is going to be enough. So they do a good job respecting the rules of Rocket League, keeping the ball in the air as long as possible. Here, can they actually get another goal for the road? No, it gets bumped away. And finally, NRG will take their win, up by 4.
And despite the scoreline being very lopsided, I think the Knights will still feel pretty decent about this game. They played close with NRG all the way till about the final minute when things came apart at the seams. But the Knights had some good chances. AJ was finding Reynolds in the middle. The passing was there. They were getting physical. The one goal that the Knights did have was a beauty as well. That bump play from Reynolds where he goes for the shot and then bumped Justin out of the way. That was the first goal of the game. But then NRG, they really put the pedal to the metal in the final part of the game. And once those goals started coming in near the end, you could tell that the Knights were just letting off the gas, and NRG, they were doing the opposite.
Yeah, it's, you know, and I worry for the Knights a little bit. This is a team that really operated entirely around their energy and their mojo, even stretching back to DreamHack when they won. This was a team that was standing on tables, you know, and mocking the teams across in friendly, bantering ways, but just being very strong and having a good trash talk game. Reynolds' tweet before this game was, "Good luck, friends," with a smiley face. And I'm like, oh, no, if this man's being friendly, he's broken at this point. I want to see a little bit more energy from the Knights.
We're talking about NRG. We're talking about the defending champs. So if there's one team you're not going to trash talk and say that you're going to beat, it might be NRG. It might be NRG. And I think this season has been a little bit of a humbling series or season for Reynolds. It's not really going exactly the way that the Knights had hoped or imagined, especially after how good last season was with the Mist. So I can understand it. There's a lot of factors that would lead to a tweet like that, and I can see why.
Well, game 1 definitely looked like you were playing against a defending world champion. But NRG has stomped quite a few teams in game number 1 and then struggled in the rest of the series. We'll see how the Knights bounce back here in game 2 as we move on to Neo Tokyo. Reynolds with a nice stop to get in underneath 1. Now he's got Turbo in front of him. Goes for the slow play, gets the flick up high. Here comes the shot from AJ, just a bit too above the goal. And now Reynolds will push it over to the edge. Back in Justin, the long one. Can AJ half flip and get back in time? Oh, Garrett G actually just flops to play for control as he anticipated AJ making the stop. Reynolds back to his corner now. Justin will get out Plays it into the corner. Garrett G now against one. Justin towards the goal. AJ is not the best of touches, but nobody's airborne for NRG. They'll hold on just fine. We'll stay scoreless after 1 minute of gameplay in game 2.
3v1. AJ was the last back and made the play, but still a huge boost advantage for NRG right now.
Gyro in this corner. Up against Garrett G. Kind of traps Garrett against the wall, which leaves enough space for AJ, and Gyro will get his own corner boost, so a boost deficit can be recovered a bit. Now Garrett G through the air. A demolition onto AJ, and net paved the way, but the retreating defense holds, and Knights are able to get that shot off. Now pinch back out. AJ extends it, just looking to buy his teammates time, but Turbo's got other ideas. Back into the midfield it goes. Reddles is up quickly. Justin plays it to the corner. AJ on the rotation out, looks for the corner boost. Justin isn't able to make contact. He's going to need some help from Garrett. Pushes it across midfield. Justin and Turbo both bite on this. A big double commit, but the ball stays glued to that backboard. Makes it difficult for Knights to make anything out of it. And now here comes Garrett up against AJ. Gets it over the top of him. This one looks like it might be good, except Reddles in the air does get enough of a stop. Well done. The Knights hold on. And we'll stay scoreless as we approach halftime.
And now we're seeing multiple demos, but all the flip reset from Justin. Cutting me off with a clip. Yet again, that first touch, it even bounces off the ceiling. He had one boost left in the tank. When he gets his flip reset, he used it up and then got the shot. Unreal. Justin, is he even human?
I don't know. Garrett in the game chat was saying he's currently rapping during his game, and I think if Justin's feeling that good, the series is already over. But Reddles looks to try and see if he can get a clip of his own. Doesn't make contact there. Justin's goals have been sensational this series. As Turbo up, doesn't really have a great flight. AJ had an opportunity, but again, not able to get it underneath the corner. Now Turbo up across. Garrett is going to turn on this one quickly. Chase it down, back into Justin. Shot on target, blocked by AJ. What a play. Pinched it off the ground and back out. And they'll keep the goal at 1, but Knights still struggling to find a real good, strong offensive presence as Turbo will finally find a hole and it goes in. Reddles' best effort is not enough.
Turbo, this shot off the pass from Garrett. Garrett has been doing this quite a bit. You have to give Garrett credit for setting his teammates up so well, lofting the ball up so that they can do the maximum amount of damage. Great setups from Garrett. Turbo puts that shot in. Reddles couldn't handle the heat. And NRG with less than 2 minutes left, up by 2. This seems like they are in the driver's seat, and there's no way that the Knights are going to be able to pull something out unless they do something different.
They are really with their backs against the wall at this point. Gyro, AJ takes a shot. Finally, he's been shooting for that corner every single time. Finally gets it into the corner, and it's good for the Knights' first goal.
And there's that something different I was looking for. You see Gyro gets called off. AJ calls him off so that he can take the shot, and AJ blasts that. I've been wanting to see AJ get more involved on the shooting portion of the defense, or on the offense rather. He has been passing to Reddles quite a bit and passing upfield, but now taking the shot himself, and it's exactly what the Knights needed, and now they're within striking distance.
Now the creativity on that goal as they find another one. Reddles finds the 0 degree from the corner, and we're all tied up.
And the Knights wake up. Reddles, the slow play. You saw him play Justin in the corner. He lets the ball bounce. Such good control. Unexpected corner play. That is what you have to do in the corner, is try to outthink your opponents. Reddles did exactly that. Phenomenal shot.
And Justin looked for another ceiling play. Knights defense holds on this time. Garrett G now. Cross midfield to play back. Gyro's touch is maybe enough of a pass to AJ as he gains control up against 2. Justin gets the block. Here comes the follow from Reddles. It's up high. Here comes Gyro for the 3rd shot. Oh, Turbo makes the stop on the goal line. The Knights cannot make it through. 2-2 now. Still, they had the winning shot right there, but Turbo shuts them down, nearly finds on the far side. Garrett G's shot is denied by Reddles. End to end, goalpost to goalpost we go as Reddles back down to AJ. This one for the win, off the ball, oh, the woodwork and in. AJ's shot again goes through.
This was a roller coaster of emotions from both sides. It looked like Gyro was going to score. Then it goes all the way downfield. It looks like Turbo might be able to take advantage of a mistake on defense. And then again, full field counterattack, and AJ with an insane shot. That was unreal. The Knights have come alive.
AJ targeting the upper right corner over and over again. I think he's 2 for 4 in this game, but they only need the 1 goal to hold. 13 seconds left. They've got the lead. They could tie up this series right away if they can't find some magic right now. NRG looking to tie up the series. Turbo through the air, loses control of the ball. AJ's not got the best touch, but it's back to Gyro. Can Justin find a way to turn this one around? Keeps it up, but no, AJ will push it to the ground. Knights come alive in the final minute and tie up the series.
The Knights just needed a little bit of a caster curse. I said I didn't think there was any way the Knights would get back into this one, and then almost instantaneously, AJ hits that first goal, and it was a banger. And then Reddles, that goal in the corner was honestly of a difficulty that you can't even imagine it. You go back and look at it. He has to play the defense in the corner and has to get this shot on target and managed to do it perfectly. Then the AJ shot off the crossbar, bouncing up and down. The counterattack was insane. Taking another look at it, look at the placement, look at the power. If Justin, Justin was so close to blocking that. If the shot was not as perfect as it was, Justin gets the save. That was close as it gets.
I love the way that they dialed that shot in slowly just over time, because AJ, he targeted that corner so many times that game and missed the first 2 just wide of the net, but the second one a little bit closer, and then 2 shots he was able to put into that corner, and that's got them the win there. And man, yeah, the way that they turned that around, it's no one expects Reynolds to make that shot. It's literally, if you just go take your car into free play, sit in that corner and look at how wide the goal is. Like, it's so difficult to make that shot and not hit any woodwork.
There's no angle. There's no angle that you can go for. So for him to be able to make the play and go for net, most people are expecting you to pass in that situation. He went for net and hit it. So all of the goals from Knights were spectacular that game, and that's going to put them right back into the series.
Well, again, NRG has come out with all guns firing in game 1 so many series this season, and then dropped game number 2. Can they bounce back here, though? Turbo looks for the drop down by himself. Oh my goodness, I can't believe so much interference, and he makes this shot work.
I don't know how Turbo does this. He gets the triple tap. He gets bumped. Then he goes for net still. He got bumped and hit his head on the ceiling. Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
On the ceiling. That was insane. He's like, I got this, no problem, I'll recover. Amazing play. As now they advance, looking for goal number 2. Justin puts it on target, but AJ gets there. Now Turbo pulls it off the corner. Gyro's touches enough to get it off to the edge, but Garrett G back in. AJ sits in net strongly and wisely, making the stop. And now Justin up for another one. Nobody home to stop him, but he can't find a touch towards the goal. That touch is past Reynolds. Garrett G's there. AJ makes the stop. Turbo pulls it to the backboard once more. NRG absolutely threatening, breathing down Knight's neck. The first minute's going to come and go here. With NRG up by
Turbo
1.
There go for that bump on the goal line. Turbo getting aggressive, getting physical. But AJ on the goal line has been quite solid. We're seeing him play a lot more defense than we have in the past. He has been the last line of defense quite a few times, and it's also put him in position to where he can take that shot as third man, and that seems to be working for the Knights.
Gyro with the air carry. Not really able to use the flip reset, but Turbo and Garrett both engaged there on the corner. Justin makes a key stop. Now Turbo trying to create him some space. Here comes Garrett looking for the shot. They crowd out the goalies. Couldn't get it out of that corner and into the net. Now flying back on defense once more. Gyro and AJ in the midfield trying to gain control. Garrett and Turbo double commit from the 2 Octanes. Garrett G up for the shot, but doesn't make touch. The defense now all high. Could Justin recover from this? Nearly finds the shot, but no, Gyro able to guide it off to safety in the corner. Now Turbo pulls it, and finally it goes through. So much pressure from Knights, and the defense so much pressure from NRG here to score the second goal.
And look at what Garrett does. He jumps in the path of AJ. I don't know if you caught that. He knew AJ needed to go up for the ball. Garrett blocks the trajectory so that AJ cannot jump right away. He delays his ability to react, and that opened up the path for Turbo to get the goal.
NRG with a miss on the retreat. I think it was just enough of a what is he doing to stop the Knights from advancing. NRG trying to stall this one out, uses his flip reset immediately to try and dive on this ball, but doesn't make anything out of it. Now the pinch back across. NRG will turn in quickly, force the block out of Gyro. Now through 2, Turbo pulls it, looking for the setup, gets it across. NRG's airborne, tucks it in, and pushes it down for goal number 3.
Garrett and Turbo have been doing everything so far this game. Turbo with that little flick gets it above Gyro. Garrett will put this in. Justin has all he's had to do is watch.
You got that one. That's Garrett G didn't score any goals in game number 2, but gets that 3rd goal here in game number 3 using that blue atomizer. I think it was in the shop yesterday. As Reynolds pushes it across, Garrett G up, gets a block. Now AJ guides this one to the corner as we're across halftime, and game is starting to get out of reach for Knights. They've got to start lining it up right now as Justin looks for another crazy tap. Turbo sends it to the far side, but it's wide, and Reynolds will look to hold on to this one. Past 1, now up against Justin, past 2. Turbo pulls us up for it. Gyro was looking for the bump, but Turbo gets it away. And now Gyro with the back pass to nobody. It's all the way to his corner, and Reynolds and AJ have to adjust so much just to gain control of the ball. It's AJ now up to the corner. There's Gyro looking for a shot, but Garrett G blocks him at the point of contact. Now the counterattack back down. The touch from Turbo just too soft. None of his teammates are able to reach it. 46 seconds left here in the last minute. It's over 1. The pressure from Knights into this corner. Turbo not quite able to get the clear, and Justin will find one. The Knights, they have little moments of breaking out here, James, but they're not able to get a steady offense going. Maybe it's they're not controlling the boost enough. The midfield game seems to be strong. It's the moment they get into enemy territory, things seem to fall apart.
Yeah, NRG has just been playing quality defense. They even get this block here. The shooting hasn't really been on point for the Knights in this game. However, it's mostly due to NRG just bringing the heat. And that shot, that little touch from AJ was something else. We'll take another look at it on the replay. AJ saw that Justin was in net, and he flips and gets the lightest touch. Justin was going to get the save.
That was gorgeous. He got a reverse goal for that. I haven't seen that medal in RLCS, I don't know how long. And that's the start of a comeback. You got to do 2 more here in the final minute. But we've seen the Knights come back from that before. Justin down in the corner. Long clear down. Chases it himself. Looks for a flip reset. Has it lofted in front of the goal. Reynolds will be up to block Garrett G's final shot. And now Reynolds hounding Turbo pulse. It doesn't matter. Turbo still gets the block. Justin tries to make the adjustment, see if he can put the shot on the open net, but he's not quite able to get around it. The final 30 seconds, down by 2. Things looking grim for the Knights. Looks like match point for NRG is inevitable. A demolition in net opens up some space, but Garrett G gets up before the second demo comes through, and now just plays it off to the corner. With 15 seconds remaining, things all but over here in game number 3.
It looked like maybe game 3 would play out like game 2, with NRG getting out to those early lead and then seeing the revitalization, but no, it has been all NRG in game 3. Turbo getting this final goal from wall to wall.
Wow. Just the trebuchet.
So
got it all. He was literally all 4 of his wheels were on his back wall when he made that shot. 2 seconds left. This game, just a formality at this point, as they'll bring it down to the end. How long can they keep the ball in the air this time?
And that's a hat trick for Turbo. And honestly, Waypunk, it's not useless, even though we see a constellation goal. But for Turbo, he's in the hunt for Golden Striker. So every goal counts. And we've seen it even in previous seasons where an entire race can come down to a single goal.
Well, we've seen races come down to a single game back in seasons 3 or 4. I don't actually remember which one it was, but Pashy passed somebody. I think he passed maybe K-Dop for in the final day. He scored 7 goals in 1 game and rocketed up to take the shot leader, the goal leader of the season, the golden goal. But yes, Knights struggle again in game number 3. 4-2. Here is the end for NRG, and now on match point, things definitely looking rough for my upset prediction here, James.
It is looking rough, but Wavepunk, I wouldn't lose too much hope. Even this game, you know, the final scoreline was just a 2-goal game, even though we saw both teams kind of had the stats there in the final moments. What I saw from the Knights in game 2 is that they have what it takes to take down NRG. They have what it takes. It's just going to require that they play airtight defense and get AJ involved in the offense, get him more shooting opportunities. And also, if you're Gyro, get some demos, clear up some space for Reddles. That worked really well for him when he was leading the charge and then letting Reddles kind of clean up the goals. Reddles is such a playmaker. He's a shooter. He knows how to make plays happen. So you need to make sure he's also getting opportunity.
They absolutely do, but there was one key moment for me where Knights got 2 demolitions and the ball immediately falls on their third man's hood, and he just took a shot, just blasted it at the net, and Justin got the save. And what was definitely their strongest offensive positioning of game 4 turned into nothing. So sometimes they get the demolitions and it still doesn't work out because they're just too aggressive. They're too antsy. They want to go. Like maybe just thinking through it a little bit more. And it obviously Rocket League's a game that you have almost no time.
It's all about the timing. The timing on, you know, if you go for a demo and it's a split second too soon or too late, that makes all the difference. It has to be at the perfect time.
Well, game number 4, and Knights have got to win them all from here. NRG looking to finish it off here on Utopia. Garrett G with the carry over 1, looking for the play on the 2. Reynolds gets bumped out of the way. It doesn't go in, though. They bumped it just enough contact from the other cars to push that one high. The net. Now AJ looking for a counterattack. Doesn't have any more boost to work with, so probably won't turn into anything there. But a pretty stylish attempt from NRG turned away. Turbo, the far side. AJ cross to Gyro, blocked by Garrett. Got up, knew where that shot was coming from. The Knights looking for the first goal, trying to break up the momentum NRG's been building these past games.
And Reynolds was stuck in the net on 0 boost. He was going for bumps when he had nothing in the tank. Now this is looking good for them as Reynolds has a lot of boost, some space. The infield pass, the shot. AJ getting the Knights their first goal. And what a way to do it.
And such an important first goal, too. A beautiful infield pass, breaks up the defense and paves the way for that shot. As long as his placement was good, it was definitely going in. But, man, they had to break that up, that momentum that NRG had been building here. Scoring the first goal, definitely a good way to do it. Now NRG's got to play from behind. It's Turbo Pulsa. Lofts this one, Justin on the wall. Will try to catch it. Brings it back down, traps it, fakes it underneath 1. Flicks it to the corner. Gyro doesn't really get a good touch on it, but Reddle should get up in time. And now Turbo onto the back wall. Couldn't keep that one under the crossbar. Justin having to dodge demolitions as they push up on the offense here. He'll get just enough of a touch to get it off the hood of the frontline offense. Garrett and Turbo cross paths in the corner. Reddles looks for a shot, but it's all high. Justin out of his corner. Boost gets stolen by Reddles. Can he find the pass out? Drops it back down. Turbo's up. AJ's shot is no good. And now Garrett G versus Gyro in the corner here. Takes too long gaining control, and this ball's going to stay in the blue.
Reynolds is so fast, so speedy. He gets bumps on players on the backfield. He got a bump on Garrett. He got that boost steal, getting his team some chances. Now he's got his own back corner, is coming back in, going for the double.
Oh,
and that should have been connected. Oh, no.
He had the entire net to shoot at, and just the ball goes underneath him. Now Gyro going to try, gets bumped off it, and Justin, the reverse Goomba stop, I think from Garrett, keeps that shot from going through. And still a 1-goal game here for Knights.
You can tell Reddles is fighting and leaving everything on the field, 110%.
Off the backboard, NRG looking for the tying goal. Turbo Pulsa puts it high. Gyro stretches for this, gets just enough of a touch to put it over the top of Garrett G. Turbo Pulsa into the corner. Justin on this back wall, the fall from Turbo. Justin, I'm not sure what he was reading here, as the net's wide open for Knights.
Justin, it looked like he wanted to go on the back wall. He had no boost. And when you have no boost, in order to be able to block high shots, sometimes you have to go on the wall. But both Turbo and Justin were on the wall. That left a wide open lane for AJ, and almost another goal, because we're under 2 minutes left. The Knights in full control.
They've had all the goals. That one crosses the net dangerously, but Justin didn't crash on in, expecting the defense to get a touch. Now the soft touch out to Garrett, looks for the pass back, not able to find it. A bump on the gyro, opens the door for Turbo. Can he find this shot out of the corner? There's one touch back across. Garrett G not up in time. Reynolds had the read, and now Justin back into the corner once more. Gyro plays it high. Turbo off the ceiling, looking to fall on it himself, and Reynolds has the save to safety. Now Gyro up against Garrett, pushes it through in the midfield with 1:20 left to go. NRG yet to score in Game 4, and a loss here would send us to a decisive Game 5. Reynolds through 1, through 2, and in. That's 3 goals now for Knights. They're looking to run away with it here.
And then we saw the accidental bump. Garrett respawned right there. It looks like Turbo wasn't able to rotate and get the save. And Knights, would you believe it? They come back in Game 4, and this was a resounding win. Very one-sided in favor of the Knights. And that's going to have them feeling fantastic going into Game 5.
Some absolutely beautiful goals, a few defensive punishes. And NRG kept quiet here. Can they find a way back in? As Turbo will find one. That's the beginning of the road to comeback, but they've got to find 2 more.
Yeah, that was, maybe I'm calling it too early, but a 3-goal lead with under a minute left to go, that would be something else. However, Turbo keeps the hopes alive. We'll see if NRG can make some last-second heroics work.
3-goal comebacks. The most common of the least common comebacks. It's a silly stat line, but it's technically true. As Reynolds looks to push this one back down. Now Garrett G through the air has a little bit of boost left and actually gets a shot. It's up high. Can Justin come in before this? Actually, Turbo who's up for the shot to place it nice and soft, but just could not get it underneath that back wall. 30 seconds left. And what could have actually breathed a lot of life into this game. The pass back into Turbo. They get it through that midline defense. Garrett G doesn't want to challenge, though, and this burning the time, keeping it up high, is going to spell a win for the Knights. As Justin, no contact in the corner either. They lose so much time on this transitional play, and Gyro shuts it down into an empty corner. 9 seconds left. Getting it across the field to score is not going to happen here as they try to get it all the way down, but AJ's got so much space just to push it to the corner, and with 0 seconds left, it's impossible for the win to go their way. And that'll be Game 4 going to the Knights. Game 5 inbound, James. We've got a series on our hands.
And can we talk about that save from Gyro? It was a 2v1. He's getting chased down, and if he lets that goal in, you leave the door open for NRG. There was still, over 30 or 40 seconds left on the clock. Gyro, in that 2v1, made a phenomenal save. The pressure was on, and he makes that save. And the Knights now 1 goal away. Wave, you asked me what I thought about this series. I said I thought it was going to be easy for NRG, but I could not have been more wrong, especially with how well the Knights have been playing in both of the games that they won.
Dude, and Reynolds just won't go away. He absolutely, it sounds silly,
so
but
annoying to play against.
He just wants it so badly. He wants this win. You could see how much it would mean to him. He is playing with absolutely everything he has. He's using all of his boosts to his maximum potential, maintaining as much momentum as he can getting around this field. And I love the way that he is trying to give his team opportunity after opportunity. They're constantly, and one thing I do love about this Knights roster is the way that they're trusting AJ. Even after he kind of misses that one shot in the midfield that was a pretty simple one, they've just constantly been setting him up, saying, hey, you take these shots, man. You're our specialist in that upper 90 right now. See if you can do it, and we'll see. Maybe it gives them a win here in Game 5.
And everyone's stepping up. Not only AJ on offense, but Gyro on defense, Reynolds in the midfield and on offense. They're playing very well. The Knights have all of the tools to be a top team. They've just, struggled to make it work. But this would be a massive series win for them in Game 5 against the defending champs. See if they can do it.
NRG been on this field so many times. Garrett G and Justin's names hanging in the rafters. Turbo's was up there 4 times. If anybody can call this his home field, it's him.
And they won their title on this map as well.
They have. It's gone to this game. It's gone to the Champions Field every time for them in the Worlds. It's Justin over the top of 1. Back down in. Reynolds over there is Turbo with the shot. AJ's got the stop. Justin now to try and get the solo play. Gets it through 1 and a Gyro with the miss, but Reynolds on the edge when all hope was lost makes the stop and gets it all the way back down. AJ tries to make the shot. And the play from Gyro's a bit high. Now Justin through one. Reynolds over the top of two. Garrett G's up. Makes the stop. First minute will come and go. No goals, but fireworks on both sides. Both teams with opportunities to score.
Oh
AJ
my goodness.
nearly
Justin.
puts that in with a backflip, but no. Justin gets it away.
Justin, he saved that going in reverse. He was in reverse when he jumped off the wall, got the first touch, and then boosted to get the block on the second. The Knights are relentless in their attack. NRG is holding on for dear life.
Justin thinks about it, but gets called off by his team. Reynolds pushes this high. AJ's turned around backwards. Now Garrett G going to try and move down the field here, but struggled to gain control, and Gyro wasn't making it easy on him. Now Turbo to the backside. Gyro's up. AJ and tries to place it to the edge of that corner, but no good. Garrett G now through one, up against two. Reynolds touches just neutral enough, but Justin closes the gap. Now off the backboard, the touches from Justin are in. He scores it here in the game 5. Can this be all they need?
Can you believe this shot?
What?
The triple tap from Justin in game 5. I'm speechless on that play. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Justin has scored 3 highlight plays. We have a top 5 every week, and I think 3 of them are going to be Justin this time. Reynolds over to the edge. AJ back out. Garrett G in this corner. Reynolds takes it away from him. Now AJ up against Turbo. Turbo just outright tackles him and gets it through. 2:45 on the clock, approaching halftime, and Knights, they have battled so hard to get to this point. Can they find a way through the stingy defense? Gyro up, through one. Justin, go for the trap, the catch. And now through two. They'll look for the soft touch, but Reynolds is up in time. Turbo thought about going for that one. Garrett's shot was good, but AJ gets the block, and now Garrett passing back to Turbo. Pass was just a little bit too fast. Now Justin looking for more control. Baits in Reynolds, but Reynolds manages to win the challenge. Now Garrett G through the air, gets bumped by Turbo. That'll open up some space. Justin's got to quickly close the gap through the air. He gets 2 touches over. Turbo's lurking in front of the net, looks for the play, but the defense of the Knights staying up strong, get it away. Now Garrett G off the backboard, look to try and get a crazy shot. No good right now. Gyro demolished in front.
The defense on both sides has made some stand-up plays. Turbo for NRG, Justin as well. Then we saw AJ on the goal line. Now Justin's going to be tested. No, Garrett or Turbo will come in and help him out, but the Knights, they're staying right in this one, but time is melting away. They're going to need an equalizer.
So over the top of one, Gyro now to the edge. Back down, Reynolds over to the side and took the shot. Turbo's got the stop. Retreating defense. The Knights going to look to transition it off their own back wall. Gyro keeps it high, baits in Turbo Poulsen. He wins that challenge. AJ out, now Gyro back over towards AJ, cut off by Justin, blocked in the midfield. Turbo pulls into an open net. Can Gyro find the stop here? Turbo doesn't even find the shot. Now Reynolds looking for the counterattack, up against two, over the top of one. Can he dunk Garrett G? No, it doesn't happen, and Turbo will clear the follow-up around Gyro. Now looking for the counterattack himself. 45 seconds left in this game. The Knights, one of their best looks yet. Through one, up against AJ. Garrett G gets it off to the side. Gyro comes on in, gets it neutral. AJ's rotating out for he takes the enemy boost, but Garrett G looking for the clincher. Reynolds puts it across his own box. AJ past Turbo, but Justin wins another challenge in the midfield. With 30 seconds left, the Knights getting pressured more and more into their own half, getting suffocated here. They've got to find a way to break out, got to win these challenges and then beat the defenders. The goal line defense has stood up so strong for NRG this whole series, and now the pressuring on offense could be the end, the disaster for Knights. One last attempt, 8 seconds left. Justin to Garrett, into the corner. AJ doesn't have anything, waiting on a teammate, but there's nobody there. He's got to do it himself. Half a tank of boost to work with. Through the air, into this corner. All is it dead. Justin over the edge. Reynolds, no, and it's off to the backside. No one's there to touch it and keep it up. NRG have to fight so hard, but they vanquish the Knights and take it in 5.
What a series. That was a blast to watch. Look at the saves from NRG. Forced to make 10 saves.
Oh, on 11 shots.
This
My
was
goodness.
This was a nail biter of a game, Wavepunk. Knights had some plays on defense that you were just holding your breath. Same for NRG. NRG at the start of this game, they were doing everything they could to keep the Knights at bay. Even this was what a game 5. What a game 5.
Dude, the backflip shot from AJ that's defended by like the backflip save from Justin at the beginning. These guys, it was crazy. The one goal from Justin, though, man, that was the difference maker for NRG. Justin started playing like the Justin we know. Every one of his shots that was good was in a game that they won. NRG starting to look like the World Championship team again.
They certainly are. That was the game to do it in game 5. Justin hitting that triple tap. And then shout out to Turbo as well. Turbo made some very big defensive stops. There was one play where AJ was coming in and Turbo, he didn't jump to challenge where the ball was. He predicted where AJ was going to hit it mid-air in a scoring situation. So Turbo made some big plays. Even rushing back on defense, there was the play where Garrett G was the last player left in net, and the ball bounced out, and Turbo got back just in time to poke that ball out. So all around, some good play, but that Justin shot, that highlight reel play, that's what it took to get the win here.
That was the difference maker. That was the name of the series for NRG. Justin wins it for them here in 5. They improved to 5-1. Knights rough week there as they go 0-2, but it was a pretty packed week, so I want to break it all down. Let's go back to Leaf and the boys.